Hello, welcome back to Rani's Angels. This is number 16. I'm going to talk about my one of my favorite topics other than education. I'm going to talk about mental health, understanding your awareness and action that we need to take as an individual, as parents, as a community, what we need to take, what we need to be aware of. Now, when we have first, I'm not going into lot of details in there because I may not have time. Okay. So let me just first talk about families' awareness. Okay. Sometimes when we have two, three children, they're not the same. They don't behave the same. They don't act the same. They don't make decisions the same way. Every individual is an individual because there is no uh, comparison. They're all different people. Now, our brains work very, very differently. So, when we have parents, especially, we have to think about our children's mental health. Physical health, we always take care because we know the symptoms are seen. But mental health also, we got to take care. Like I'm going to give a personal testimony on this. Okay, my I got permission from my son to talk about that. He went to a second son went to a Japanese school, and he had a tough life, tough couple of years. And 1 year was rather tough. So every time he used to come home, I used to hug him and he used to say, Mom, it hurts here. Mom, it hurts. How does it hurt? Why do you keep getting hurt? Where I keep falling somewhere or the other on the grounds. Okay. I thought it must be okay. And then after a couple of months, I realized when I take pictures, earlier he used to smile, showing all the teeth. Suddenly he became very soft, like no smiling. He's like with a kind of a look. So I started thinking something is not right about this little fellow. So I started talking with my husband. My husband's duty used to be every day he has to spend at least half an hour to 1 hour talking to the kids before going to bed and individually. So the younger fellow once asked me first, Mom, I was also born here in the same hospital as my classmates, but I look different. Why? So it was hard for me to explain. I said, like, we are Indians, your mom and dad look different, so that's how you look different. But it was hard for a little kid to understand that. But then he said, Mom, you said God is always very loving and all those things. So if I die, will I come back as a Japanese? He asked. It kind of shook me up a bit. And then I told my husband immediately. He asked this question, but that is troubling. And after a couple of days, he asked the same question to my husband too. Then we got terrified. We went straight to the school and talked to them. But we have come across so many hundreds of teachers who are very, very cooperative, very good. And this one particular teacher, who was my son's class teacher, wasn't very receptive about what we were talking. I said, he's the only foreigner in your school. Please talk to your kids. He didn't mind when he said, like, the guys used to come and touch me. Am I chocolate? Do I come back? Does it, like, does it leave a stain mark on their fingers or something? I explained and he was okay with that. But I was only concerned about him talking about dying and coming back as a Japanese because his school is at the third floor. And the boys, I can't blame the little kids. They don't know. The awareness was little. Okay, now there are a lot of foreigners, it is different. And he asked, Mom, if I fall from the third floor, I will die, I'll come back. He has to cross a main road, but it's very, very safe. You all know about Japan. Said, if I fall in front of the bus, then I will come back. I said, like, no, 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 no. I immediately stopped the school. I said, you don't have to go to school anymore. You can do homeschooling at home. And my husband gave up his job to do, I mean, extremely remunerative job to teach my son because I was busy with my school. And he tried it for 1 month or maybe maximum 2 months. Every time I came back from school, there used to be a big tussle between them. He couldn't teach, he wouldn't listen to him, nothing happened. So then I talked with my niece, who is a very famous pediatrician in Chennai. I can tell her name, I got her permission too, Dr. Nitya Franklin. So she asked me to bring, I mean, we took him to English speaking psychologist here. But that is when, after going there for 6, 7 months, every Monday we used to drive 30 kilometers one way to that place, and we used to talk. And then it was not covered by insurance, full we had to pay. It cost a fortune. And then we came to know from them that he was banged by the kids. He's been thumped by the older kids and asked everybody, other kids, not to play with him because he's a foreigner, gaijin. And that kind of, we came to know that. And then when I talked to my niece, she said, bring him here, we will see what we can do. And I trust her. She's a very famous person, very balanced person I've ever met in my life, actually, I should say. She's my psychologist. I keep talking to her when I go through ups and downs. And she's a great chef too. She's a master chef. And so I took him to India, and she talked to him, and she took him to a psychologist, Indian psychologist. And because I didn't want to leave any such, what do you call that, remnants of what he went through, especially the falling in front of the bus and jumping from the third floor. So then he kind of, they checked out everything. He said, like, no, he doesn't have any remnants. He's fine, perfectly fine. But then I was scared to send him to school again in Japan. So I found a very, very good, one of the oldest international school on a beautiful place in Kodaikanal. And he went to that international school and he finished his IB and he's become a gentle giant. So when I talk about mental health, as parents, we have a lot of responsibility. We have to watch our kids, especially in this fast economy, fast life, what we are leading. We tend to forget that. We tend to not, I can't say ignore, but we tend to take it easy, everything. And he'll be fine when he's naughty or when he said, people say, like I've heard people say, no, he's very inquisitive. No, he can't go to somebody else's house and break things. That means wrong. It's not my son, somebody else's, whom I know. So I said, that's not right. So you have to talk to him. No, let him do whatever he wants. So that was that mother's way of bringing kids. Okay, so it's something that we have to watch closely because in India, especially, when I was talking with somebody about the child not having friends and fighting with everybody, so why don't you take her to a psychologist? He said, my daughter is not a crazy nut to take her to a psychologist. Then I kept my mouth shut. So we are not aware, even educated people are not aware of the uh, impact of this mental health in our entire life. And when we are children, parents responsibility and the teachers responsibility to see. I i i had a psychologist working in my school, regularly talking to kids, and the parents talk to us and I talk to them, and the psychologist talk to the kids and to the parents. So we had a very nice way of tackling these kind of issues with children. And you know if there is anything else, we have to take it to the community, city office, social working people, social workers, and all such community involvement. Now, this is about children. That's our responsibility. Their brain is all very soft and tender to accept everything. They're not exposed to many things. So it is our duty to see that they are well taken care of, including mental health, which is a passionate when I say it's passionate topic, because I we have gone through, at least I in my personal life, I've gone through all kinds of harassments, because first female as a executive in a huge company, and there were only 4 or 5 women, and they were all secretaries, and I was an executive there, financial executive. So it was not an easy thing to go through. There were a lot of pressure, lots of things that can cause or trouble you. Even in the family, I said, it doesn't affect only the it doesn't create only emotional distance, but it also breaks the family's harmony when one kid is struggling. Okay, so it is the entire family's involvement and love is important or required. See, that's what I've mentioned here. I've drawn my thing. See, mom, dad, and the baby's hand. Okay, I came up with this idea. I did this, and I wrote "love you." So we don't say that often to our kids, which will reinforce that we still love, and they can come to us anytime, under any situation. They can come and discuss things with us. Not just going to church, not just going to temples, not just thing. We have to get completely involved. We have to completely get involved in the child's upbringing. Now, when I say all kinds of, even in as an adult, we go through different kinds of harassment, like emotional harassment from your family members, your spouse, or your neighbors. I don't know, whatever kind of emotional harassment you go through, or sexual harassment, or body shaming now is very common, power harassment, general harassment. Now they say pronouns, even I don't understand. I can talk about one simple question, because I was brought up in India. I'm not used to lots of different new ways of life. Okay, but when the children grew up, I asked them only one question: if you, I will accept you however you live, but please tell me in advance so that I will mentally get prepared to face that, because it shouldn't be a shock to me. So they say, both of them said, "No, mom, we like only girls. It's fine." So that was the first. I talk to them everything and anything. Sometimes they say, "Mom, you're my mom. You cannot talk to me like that. You can't talk about those things with me." I said, "Then who else will I talk to? You are my children I talk to, so you answer me. I have a lot of questions." So that we have very good relationship that way. I should say that they tell me everything. I hate liars. So they know that they can come out and tell me everything. So sometimes when you go short on finance, you can harass the other people. Okay, so there are many, many reasons why one go through this trouble. So facing the, uh, what do you call that? The mental fatigueness, mental depression. So you don't have to go through it alone. You should have somebody to talk to, either your parents, or you can talk to your best friends, or doctors. So only now it's common in Japan for people to go to the psychologist. Earlier it was not considered, it's a taboo. So but now it's getting to be common. They are more aware of what's going on around them, so they accept. Now, next, let me show you. This is the thing I made. This is how our brain is, in my opinion. Okay, it's colored, and it's it has got a lot of facets. Okay, so this is one I did, and this is how I depict our brain works. Okay, this is also my imagination. It's like gears working, it turns around. Sometimes it goes one way, sometimes it goes the other way around. But the same happy person can turn out to be very unhappy sometimes. So we have to take care of that. How do we take care of this? It is not one person's, what do you call that, job to do it. Also, it has wider influences. There are many influences. It could be genetic or family or environmental or political. Now, politics create a lot of tension in people's mind. You can look at every country's politics. It's creating, I like that politician, you like that, then I won't talk. It could go on between husband and wife too. Okay. So, all those things cause a lot of tension. So we have to be careful in what we are doing, what we are dealing with, and we should take action immediately. We should at least accept, and we should create an environment which is very easy to thrive. Now, when I said I did this to make a clock, okay, it is my old pen. It worked fine, but it's spent a fortune and got from the US. Martha Stewart thing, but it didn't work at all. It was sticking, so nobody wanted to use it. So I thought I'll make a huge collage of, you know, something like this and make a clock. Sometimes we are in this zone, it goes through, but I didn't complete it because I didn't find anything to make a hole in this. So I will complete it sometime. Okay, so uh, it's not a easy thing, but if we are aware of our children, of our colleagues, even if you find something not right among with the behavior of a colleague, you can talk to her or him directly, or to HR people, or refer to them to some people to talk and solve their issues instead of allowing it to go further and cause deep depression. Then it is very difficult to pull them out of that. It's really difficult. Okay, I am very fortunate. I found out immediately, I realized immediately, because not only at home, even in my school, I was surrounded by kids. So I could feel the difference. And immediately I we took action, and now he is a very, very gentle giant. That's his name in school. Even now, some of us call him you gentle giant because he's huge, tall, and so it's something. And especially about teenagers, they have lots of issues. This um, TikTok and Instagram and all kinds of Snapchat. So you immediately threaten another person. Body shaming is common, and I like your boyfriend, you like his boyfriend, her boyfriend. It's that kind of um, what do you call that? It's a very stressful environment. Okay, I don't remember going through any of those things as a teenager or as an adult, but it happens now. I hear from lots of my friends' children. I mean, it's pretty common, they say. So let us be careful. Okay, we should teach the kids, draw the boundaries, and tell them this is how it is. Explain to them. Okay, explain to them properly, even when they are kids. When they are very young, you explain, because before taking the wrong step, you'll be able to control them. Okay, they think that they know everything in the world. No, mom, I know it. Mom, I know it. Yes, I know you know, but still listen to me because I'm older than you are, not because I'm an authoritative person. No, I'm older than you are, I'm more experienced. Listen to me, and then handle things differently. You will handle things differently. So that's very important. That's not only our thing. So I also mentioned these kind of if it is physical problems, health issues, people around the community, family, extended family will come forward to talk to you or help you. But when it comes to mental health, they all stay away because they don't want to be uh, they don't want to come forward to tell your child is something is wrong with your child because no parent can accept that, so they don't want to get involved. But the right kind of what do you call that, if you create the right kind of environment, I am sure you can sort that out. Now I did some little drawing here. Okay, see, even though it is confused like a cloudy, but then you have some flowers there. Can you see that? So and I made this. It's like watering a plant. It's like yogurt box. I converted into it. Mom and dad. It's kind of, if it is not only the mother's job, it's the father's job also. Both of them have to be get in. Both of them have to get involved in the child's upbringing. Their It is their duty. Otherwise, don't have children. If you're not ready to spend that much time with the kids, you know, talk to them, tell them stories, you know, then don't have children. You're not ready then. Okay, then don't torture the kid, don't bring them into this world and make them suffer. So these are some of the things. You do that, and then their life would be beautiful if both the husband and wife take care. Now I did this. You water the plant, like every child has to be water the plant, and then they grow like butterflies. They fly if they grow properly. If you give proper uh, environment, they grow. It's not a stone. Okay, it's not very difficult to lift, it's not very difficult to bring a child, but you have commitment. You should have commitment. Okay, that itself will bring down lots of problems concerned mental health. Okay, these are some of the crafts I made. I didn't make many of them this time because my hands went bad for some time. I couldn't move my hands. Okay, after the stroke, I keep getting something or the other, small things here and there, but now I'm okay. Okay, now if everything goes fine, your child will grow up like this, like lots of butterflies, lots of flowers, and happy life. So that's what we have to aim for. Public awareness campaigns you start, okay, about the mental health. Take everybody and talk to them, the local community, or if you are in a position of power, you call everybody and talk to them about these problems, what they can have, how you can overcome those problems. Okay, accessible therapy programs. Okay, have it. As a government, you have the therapies programs, and it is covered by insurance now. So, and workplace wellness is very important. They should have workplace wellness policies. Take care of your employees, because only if they are in good shape, you can have your productivity which you aim for, or profitability which you aim for. So let us build a more compassionate society, well rounded. Don't have self pity and loneliness. Don't isolate yourself. No need. You have to have, it's a self love and awareness. Okay, it's not self pity and isolation, but self love and awareness is very important. Then we all can live peacefully. So let's work together to create an ecosystem of understanding and empowerment of everybody around us, not just us, everybody around us. So let's go for it. Now, I'll finish it with saying nothing is impossible. Go for your dreams, nothing is impossible. And I made one more, which I forgot to show you. It's like a flower and a wheel. Each one, I put different kinds of things. You can become a tree, you can become a flower, bamboo, okay, which can thrive in earthquakes or typhoon. So like that, I made it. This is how human beings are. It depends on what kind of environment we give, provide, and they grow well. So as I always say, nothing is impossible. We can do it together, build a kind society, and not with hatred, but with love. Then we can come up. Please enjoy my video. As I always say, share the video with your family and friends, and like my video, comment on my video, and subscribe to my channel. See you again. Bye bye.